Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in to another episode. This video is going to be a little special because you'll be meeting some of my friends. We're going to ask them about how it started, how it's going, and how it will be. Stay tuned. In this episode, we're going to talk about vehicle progression as it pertains to overlanding. My story starts with a 2008 FJ Cruiser, and it didn't work out for me because I didn't like the on-road handling and poor fuel economy. I went from a four-wheel drive to an all-wheel drive sedan. I had a Subaru WRX. As fun and fuel efficient the Subaru WRX was, we needed something bigger, so we purchased a Subaru Forester XT. And then we ran into some capability issues, and ultimately at 60,000 miles, the CVT blew up. Then I purchased a Honda Passport, and it's been great. I have nearly 100,000 miles. And I've been getting to a lot of places I've been wanting to get to. But am I ready for a different vehicle, one with more capability? Keep watching, and towards the end, I'll let you all know. For now, let's listen in on what my friends have to say when I asked him, how did it start, how's it going, and how will it be going?
I started camping in Yosemite, national parks, like 4 or 5 years ago. I had my buddy pull me around in the trailer for a bit in Tacoma. And I said, you know what, it's time for us to get our own vehicle. And then we're 2 years in, just about 2 years with this one.
2 years, yeah.
So we've been driving this all over SoCal.
Yeah, and I started camping when I was younger. So camping for me has always been a great experience. So when he decided, hey, I want to start camping and overlanding, I had personally never heard of that word before, and I was like, okay, so we started, and it's always such a great adventure and something new every time. So
definitely everything's pretty good. The truck does a great job. I'm still on stock tires. It's got me where I need to go. Probably the failure point was today. We borrowed a diesel heater from my buddy. It didn't work.
Yeah,
so we kind of froze last night, but it's okay. We'll get one of our own and test that out.
You live and you learn.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to come because we're not usually camping in the snow people.
Yeah.
We're not huge fans of the cold, but I think this trip was needed, so that way we know what we need for next time.
Yeah, we're definitely desert people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It has a 2-inch lift. I'm still debating if I want 33s or not.
I think we should.
Yeah. It's pretty much stock. Besides the sliders, the bed rack. What else do I have? I still have the factory skid plates. Everything inside is stock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But so far in the future, I don't know. Depends who we meet on the way, who invites us. Who wants to come.
We're always
Yeah,
down.
we're always looking for new places. Hopefully more different states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah. I think that was good.
Hi, my name's Carl.
My name is Isabel.
I used to drive a first generation Ridgeline and then decided to upgrade and got the 2017 second generation Ridgeline, the Black Edition.
I used to drive nothing.
Well, we had the Ridgeline, and we like to go up to Mammoth. We did a lot of hiking. We have dogs. Go to the beach a lot. And then we started picnicking, day camping, car camping, and then got really interested in watching rocket launches up at Vandenberg, and we actually spend the night so we can get up early to watch and it just sort of grew from there. And did our first Mojave trip, found out about your group, and just doing it more and more. So that's how it started. The way it's going is we love it. It's grown, learned a lot about what works as good as a platform. We made a lot of great friends and learned a lot about trails and equipment you need to bring, but also learned what equipment you don't need to bring. I think that's a big part of it too. How to be efficient, how to break down a camp, get started. But I think we're probably going to be transitioning to a different vehicle just so we have that capability and have a few concerns like Honda's been great, but like yesterday, had to keep an eye on the transmission temperatures and things like that. So I just need, I'm not looking to do a rock crawl or anything like that, but I just need a little bit more capability off-road.
And I'll chime in on that. When you say you're not looking at rock crawl, there's several levels before you actually get to rock crawling.
Right.
And a lot of people don't realize that.
Yep.
Some people will think driving on a trail with 8-inch rocks, just like littered with 8-inch rocks, is rock crawling, but it's not.
It's not.
Rock crawling is when you got a rock that you have to drive up on and balance on, and if you mess up, you're gonna hit your rocker panel.
Right.
A lot of automotive journalists will talk about the rock crawling. This isn't meant for rock crawling, but quite honestly, that capable Frontier truck isn't set up for rock crawling.
Correct.
It would have to be lifted considerably more, get bigger tires. There's a lot of things where you need capability that isn't rock crawling.
It's more like getting to places and seeing things rather than crawling over stuff. I'm not really into that so much. But also we have 2 dogs who are staying warm right now. Stay Nora. Stay puppy. Okay, I guess they're coming out. You know, I gotta make sure they're comfortable.
Come on, Walter.
Come on, you can do it. I got 2 kids. Just different factors, not just capability per se of going over stuff. Gotten everywhere in this thing where we wanted to go, but also the transmission overheating. And such. I know I'm going to miss the gas mileage. This has been great in that regard. But you know, some of the cars, like I'm looking at Land Cruisers, for example, they have bigger tanks, so the range is effectively better. It's going to hurt my pocketbook, but we'll be able to go farther. And the aftermarket support and the stuff that you can put on is a lot more available.
And what year is your Ridgeline?
2017. It's the 6-speed transmission.
So it has a 6-speed. So some people are confused about that.
Yeah.
Some people on the internet still think that the Ridgelines right now have the same transmission.
They do not.
So the 2020 and above, they have the ZF9 transmission. Just
Correct.
Just like my Passport.
Correct.
Right there. Look at that temperature right now, 30 degrees. And we're down here and we're going to be going up into these mountains right there. Tell us what's happening.
The transmission's heating up again. It's not a very good transmission cooler, so I have to replace it with the aftermarket one.
Yeah, and you were in 4-low.
Yeah.
What gear?
I was just regular drive.
Oh, I see.
So I was switching mainly second and third probably.
Can you manually change gears?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that will work better. Cause
yeah.
Like someone was saying, when you're on high speeds and you're pulling a trailer, it overheats because it's having to switch gears. Okay, cool. And what year is your Xterra?
2008.
All right. Yeah. And so I was talking to Sergio, and Sergio has a 2014 Frontier. So I guess there are some changes between.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they have a better transmission and a better transmission cooler.
Okay. The next person I'll be interviewing is the guy leading this group. Well, first of all, Steve, what other vehicle have you been overlanding in?
This is actually my first overland vehicle.
Okay.
I didn't buy it with intention to overland. You know, I just use it for camping and towing a teardrop trailer. So we started boondocking in the beginning and really enjoyed it and explored some of the trails up by the North Rim of Grand Canyon. And I just got hooked from there, and I was like, I want to do some more exploring. So, you know, I kind of built this up to go where I can't take the trailer. Made the front skid plates.
Made that yourself.
Yeah, it's all welded with recovery anchors bolted to the bumper brackets.
Looks like it's aluminum.
This is all steel.
Oh, it is steel. Okay,
Yeah.
it's just like painted
This
silver
one,
or
oh,
something.
this one's stainless.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got skid plates all around, make it a little more capable, and protect the bumpers. I didn't want to cut it up like a lot of Subarus.
Well, we saw that one. We saw that hit that you took on our flame.
Yeah, it bent it, but you know.
Yeah, it did its job.
Yeah, protected the rest of the
Better
car.
than having to pay for a new bumper.
So
Looks nice.
back here,
It's pretty good craftsmanship.
This is actually a purchased table.
Okay.
From Amazon. I just cut the leg shorter. Sits in here. I used to have a cabinet with pull out and
Yeah, I remember that.
But this way, I can sleep two people in here. You just pull all the equipment out and you get your feet right here, and it doesn't interfere with the cabinet. And you always need a little that organization for all the kitchen stuff. That's absolute must. This was my wife's car. That's why I didn't want to do like really crazy mods on it, just stuff that you can't see but is functional. But I think I'm gonna keep this vehicle for maybe another 5-10 years until we're ready to purchase another one. I had my eye on a Bronco, but also the Grand Cherokee was really nice as well. I really like the interior. And as far as this rig goes, it's taken me wherever I want it to go. I mean, I really, I'm not going up, Diablo drop off or anything like that. But everywhere else, where we want to go and just camp and explore. I mean, it's done fine, and I don't see in the short term any need to upgrade to a more capable vehicle.
Yeah, I don't either. Right now, I just don't have the need for it, and with the war in Ukraine and the gas prices skyrocketing,
the vehicle prices. I mean,
and vehicle prices too.
$10,000 markup for any new vehicle. It's like, there's no point in purchasing.
Actually, I think the MSRP, not even a markup, like they have risen the MSRP by at least $5,000. Like with all the Hondas, the Honda Passport, I bought mine for $38,000. If you try to buy the same thing, the EXL all-wheel drive, you're going to pay $44,000. So for lunch, I'm gonna heat up some of these chicken sausages, and I'm gonna heat up some of this stuff, clam chowder. is so awesome to be here right now. Look at this.
Yeah, we are Nick and Nancy. It's my wife here. YouTube channel is Dirty Fly Adventures. D-U, not I. Yeah, so us together, we've been married for 7 years. So we've been kind of camping, overlanding for that amount of time together. And I've been doing it since I was a baby. We go up to the mountains to fish and down to Baja. Driving wise, I started out with a F350 and we just drive down to Baja almost every month. We go down to Baja and camp out and surf. Kept that platform, the F350 platform, till right when we got married, and then transitioned into the Subaru
Forester.
Yeah, Subaru Forester.
Same one I had.
Yeah.
You had the XT.
So we bought a little teardrop trailer and started taking trips with that, and realized that the Forester just is a little bit too small. And so that's when we transitioned into the Subaru Ascent. And so I did that for a little bit until started having a lot of problems. We monitored it, and that was critical for what we do with towing. It would heat up and you would have to pull off to the side and let it cool down. And you know, if we weren't monitoring it, it would overheat and we'd be stranded somewhere. And so a lot of the manufacturers, their cutoff point is too late. Yeah, so the Ascent was 2020 Subaru Ascent. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pretty new car, huh?
Yeah, very new car to be having those issues.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just drive a lot.
Yeah, yep, a lot of road trips.
And so for maintenance, we were, just to keep up with the maintenance, we decided to change the transmission fluid. And after...
But you had someone change it.
Yep,
we
Subaru,
had, yeah,
Subaru dealership.
we took it to the dealer and they changed it. And then we went on our trip to Montana and then come back, and we just felt the difference after that. During our trip, we felt the difference with the drive and everything.
Yeah, and the dealership spilled the beans too, that they said they had 14 or 15 vehicles like ours that were sitting in the back just waiting to get fixed.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
And then
None of this stuff gets out on YouTube.
No.
Or,
no,
Yeah.
we had to take it back in again just several weeks ago. And they ended up changing the transmission again. And
we were done at that point.
Yeah,
I
because
thought you were done before that.
Yeah, we were done before that, but that was like I could not wait to get that thing back so we could just sell it.
yeah. Plus, I drive it, and so where we live, you know, we have to drive down the 58 freeway, come up the 58 freeway, and that's where we would feel it a lot. And so if I'm driving by myself and there's semis, like
Just
safety wise.
Yeah.
We picked up this and started building that out over the last year. And mainly because my F350 that I have was getting older and didn't want to take it, wanted to keep it strictly for work. They just sold the Subaru Ascent because nothing but problems with it. So we picked up a Jeep Grand Cherokee, not the Trailhawk, the Limited, and we're in the process of getting stuff slowly built on it.
And that'll be mainly for like our trips with our trailer. We sold the Ascent just to make sure that the next vehicle was capable in hauling our trailer and being able to go to remote places as well. We don't like the crowds, so if we can avoid any of the camper camping spots, then we do. We like to kind of go places like this. We know that the Grand Cherokee will be capable of doing that.
Put it in reverse a little bit. Get off the brake, give it a little bit of gas. Stop, 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 stop.
My name is Hisanori. I started a YouTube channel called Borderline Explorer Japan. We actually still have a Borderline Explorer regular channel, and Alan's taking care of that, but he is on hiatus right now, so it'll start up again someday. For overlanding, well, actually, I was always into four-wheel drive driving. I started in high school, actually in a two-wheel drive Ford Ranger, and then from there I went to a four-wheel drive Explorer, to a third-gen 4Runner, first-gen Xterra, third-gen 4Runner again, full-size Excursion diesel, Honda Ridgeline, Toyota Hi-Ace four-wheel drive van diesel, Power Wagon, this, and then the Land Cruiser, and the last three I still have right now. I think that's all of it. What I brought with me is the 2020 Gladiator Rubicon in Gobi. Has a 3-inch Clayton lift on it, 35s, running AV wheels, beadlocks, even though I'm not beadlocked. And I am testing out the new trailer. I kind of left the actual hardcore four-wheel drive world because, like I've said before, when you're hardcore off-road four-wheel driving, you break stuff, and you break stuff constantly. So now I've got a group of friends, you guys, that I do more overlanding, though I hate that word, overlanding. It's basically off-road camping like everyone used to do all the way until the time the word overlanding came out. But that's what I do more now. And so we hang out, we wheel a little bit, and then we come to beautiful places, and then we camp out and have good company, and we eat and drink beer and talk crap. That's what we do.
I will have to say I don't talk that much crap.
Yeah, right. When the camera's off, you guys don't know what's happening behind the scenes. I have a Power Wagon. It's sitting at the shop doing nothing. It's full size. It's basically the big brother to the Gladiator. Has all of the sway bar disconnects, and it's locked front to rear, yada yada yada, winch. And I'm thinking, why not just get a four-wheel camper and throw it on the back, and I can go anywhere these guys can go, and I have a nice kitchen and a bathroom and a shower and a king-size bed. And that might be the future for me.
That sounds like a good feature.
Right? Because, I mean, we're not doing hardcore
Right.
wheeling.
And then we had an issue with this thing. And the cool thing is you don't have to deal with a trailer and having difficulty backing up. It must be nice to be Nori. Not all of us could own 3 overlanding rigs at the same time, let alone, I know he has some sports cars and electric vehicles. So to close out this episode, I want to talk about that Goldilocks rig. A lot of all-wheel drives lack the capability to climb up mountains and do it reliably without overheating. A lot of four-wheel drives lack the fuel efficiency, daily drivability, on-road comfort, and performance. It's actually a bigger compromise than an all-wheel drive, but you'll have peace of mind that you'll be able to get through a trail. And to many, that's worth not having luxuries. I'm happy to say that I found my Goldilocks rig because it's able to reliably do a level 4 four-wheel drive trail. Level 5 is rock crawling, and that's when you start breaking stuff. According to Nori, you constantly break stuff. So I hope you found this video informational. Share it with your friends, families, and loved ones. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button. I never say that, but it's a good time to start. So let's hear about your story. What vehicles have you gone through to find your perfect overlanding rig? Please comment below. Well, that does it. So till next time, have fun on your adventures.